Hey everyone, I am Platinum Jewel, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in to my new podcast, Hey You, It's Me. Yes, Hey You, It's Me, as I mentioned not too long ago, is so important for me to give a platform for myself as well as many others in order to just have a conversation, write a loving, warm letter to your inner child. And so, without further ado, I definitely want to introduce my first guest. Actually, I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. And hello, guest.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm nervous. I'm nervous,
Ah,
everyone. So if you
don't be
see me
nervous.
sweating, first episode jitters, this is a lot.
We're gonna get through it together.
We
Me and you.
definitely are. I'm the one that came up with this dumb idea.
It's a great idea. What are we doing?
Listen, I do feel that it is a good idea, and it's exactly why I personally reached out to you. So I would love for you to introduce yourself
Mhm.
and tell everyone how we know each other.
Sure, sure, sure. All right. So my name is Drew Washington. I'm a digital marketer. I work in SEO. I've been doing that for like the last 7 years or so. And before that, I was a chef. I did
Mm,
that for like 12 years.
okay.
But, the way we know each other, spicy. No, no. Yeah, so I grew up with, my family kinda being split up and divided because of a divorce with my grandfather and my grandmother, and so
Mhm,
I didn't really get to know that side, the Washington side of my family,
mhm,
and so for years, I've been, just questing to kind of find everybody and kind of reconnect my father to the other side of his family. And that's
okay.
how I met Jewel, you know what I mean? Like, I found the Washingtons and I was like, getting to reattach my father or commit him to like the family or whatever. Jewel was one of the first cousins that was just like, "Oh, we love you. Thank you for finding us." So as we get to know each other more and more, this is one of the things that came up and she was like, "Help me out with this." And I was just like, "Heck yeah, let me test the waters and write something to my younger self and see if I can get him to cry a little bit."
Oh, I love it, and Imma be waiting for those tears. My tear bottle is right here for you.
Here we go. Here we
But
go.
yes, we actually are related, legitimately related. We know that through DNA.
Mhm.
You found a cousin, and it happened to be one of my first cousins, and lo and behold, we are 3rd
3rd
cousins,
cousins.
which still is very close in the family line, so
Absolutely.
um, I'm just so excited that you decided to just let me have an opportunity to pick your brain and to know the inner you or the inner child that I actually didn't even get to say hello to, or we may have crossed paths and
You
just
just never
we
know.
don't know. I would love to one day go back and think if that was possible. Maybe that will be revealed to us one day. I
Yeah.
don't know.
We
But
crossed
with
each other's path in, like, a shop right somewhere.
I'm sure we have for anyone who's more northern, of all the ShopRite people. I love me some ShopRite. But yes, maybe one day we did. And then it just so happened that we are in an area now that
Mhm.
we live in the same state and it's not up north. So it's just everything just kind of we don't
It all
realize
came
things
together.
happen for a reason and I'm super excited. So without further ado,
Mhm.
first and foremost, the challenge was if you would write to your younger self and you accepted the challenge. So I thank you so much for doing that and deciding to give me the privilege of hearing it on my platform along with millions of others. And actually, I'm going to go ahead, shut my mouth, turn my video off, and I'm going to go ahead. Yep, you're going to be all by yourself,
All
you
by
and your inner
myself.
child.
It's fine, it's
And just
fine.
tell us what age are you writing to, would you say?
So, I didn't have a specific age, but I think, like, we landed right around, like, 10, I think.
Okay.
When I first started writing it, I wasn't, like, writing to my 10-year-old self, I was just writing, trying to get the thoughts out of my soul, but,
I love
I
it.
think I think we settled on, like, 10.
Okay.
This guy's 10 years old at this point.
All right. So, Mr. Washington, I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor. There you go.
All right, guys. Well, here's my letter to 10-year-old Drew. And it starts off as, "Hey, you, it's me. I know where you are right now. The world feels bigger than you, louder than you, and you're trying to figure out how you fit inside it. You're watching everything, you're studying people, you're learning the rules without anyone explaining them. What you don't see yet is that the things making you feel different is the same things that will carry you through your entire life. The part of you that observes, imagines, and questions everything never leaves. It becomes part of your compass. You're not strange, you're not behind, and you're not less than the kids around you. You're a dreamer, a vivid one. You walk through the world like it's your story unfolding, and it's a gift. You see possibilities where other people see walls. Most people lose that part of themselves, and the world tells them to grow up. You never do. Even when life hardens you, that imagination keeps breathing underneath it. And I'm proud of you for that. And in ways you won't understand for a long time. You think you're a mutant. Remember walking around waiting for your powers to show up? Testing your hands, your mind, your body, convinced something extraordinary was hiding inside of you? Here's the truth. Your power was your endurance, your imagination. Your power was your surviving in places that swallow kids whole. Some disappeared into the streets, some into prison, some into silence. But you make it. I know school feels lonely sometimes, like trying to carve out a space where you feel unseen or pushed to the side. Being a dark skinned kid in the rooms where they didn't celebrate you, feeling like you have to fight to be noticed, fight to be respected, fight just to stand in the same light as everyone else, not feeling handsome, not being the street kid people expected you to be. You're innocent in a world that isn't, and that innocent isn't a weakness. It's a strength. It means that your heart is still working. It means that you haven't let the environment decide who you are. You are loved. Never forget that. A family so big that you couldn't toss a stone without hitting a name that mattered. A network of voices, kitchens, laughter, arguments, and protection wrapped around you. That shielded you more than you knew. Hug your uncles every chance you get. Find them, sit with them, listen to their stories even when you think you've heard them before. One day you'll wish for one more afternoon, one more laugh, one more story. You'll understand how rich those moments were. Life is going to get harder than you can imagine. I won't lie to you. There are some choices ahead that will change you. Some will feel like they steal years from you. The military will reshape you in ways you wouldn't understand until much later. It will give you discipline, brotherhood, scars you won't always show. It will give you strength, but it will also take things from you. I wish I could spare you that weight, and I can't. But I can tell you this, it doesn't break you. It refines you. And even though you feel lost in it sometimes, the boy you are right now is still alive underneath that uniform. You care deeply about everything. You forgive too easily and you feel too much. You cry when nobody sees and you rage when you don't have the words for what you feel inside. Do not kill that part of yourself trying to look tough. The world is full of tough men who've forgotten how to feel. Believe in that softness just as much as the strength you develop. That empathy becomes the reason that people trust you. Help people when you can, even when you're tired, especially when you're tired. I miss your energy. The kid that walked miles for a combo because curiosity mattered more than the distance, who ran into freezing water just to feel alive, who was cluelessly smart and hungry for knowledge without anyone telling them to be. You chased information the way kids chase trouble. That hunger never leaves. It's the engine behind everything you build later. You never stop being that kid. You just learned how to survive in the adult world. You're scared of being alone. You won't be. You build friendships that last decades, the kind of forged in hardship and loyalty. You build a family that is warm, real, and full of love. A beautiful wife who sees you clearly. Children who look to you like you're the safest place in the world. They don't care about the things you thought would define your success. They care about you showing up, and you do every day. You don't end up with everything you thought you would have by 46. Life just doesn't hand you the empire, but it hands you something better. It gives you people who choose you every day. This is a wealth you didn't know how to measure yet. You don't have to prove how tough you are anymore. You're already stood amongst titans and you never quit. You walked the rooms that tried to break you and you came out standing. That was enough, and it always will be. Be fearless in your pursuit of happiness. Don't wait for permission. Don't shrink to make other people feel comfortable. The boy you are right now is stronger than you think, and the man you become is still carrying him with pride. Every risk you take in the name of joy matters more than any approval you chase. I love you for surviving. I love you for dreaming. And I love you for not giving up. And I'm still chasing that imagination to this day. Love, you. Yeah.
I had to get me some tissue. I got
Stop
to a
it.
point where I was just like, I've been so emotional through this whole process, so it's 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 brave. It's it shows you're emotionally intelligent.
Mhm.
I was very, very touched because there's not many men, African American men, that can truly stand and just write a letter to themselves, their younger self, and be so heartfelt with it. And that's exactly what this platform is for. That's exactly what I am looking for. That's what I'm looking to help to encourage me for my final episode of my letter being written and read by me. And you did this. You did an amazing job with your
Mm,
letter.
thank you.
Thank you. I have some questions because I know
Sure.
you said we previously talked about how you kind of wrote the letter.
Mhm.
So when you were writing the letter, number 1, what did you think when I asked you about writing this letter and telling you about this podcast? What were your thoughts?
I was like, I can't make this a response and reply type of letter because my younger me might have told me to like, get out of here, old man. So I just kind of had to talk to him and let it be what it was. I think, I think I just really wanted to write from a space where I addressed things that I knew were issues that I was facing
Mm,
throughout life, like regardless of like age, but like throughout life, like
yep.
but I also wanted it to not be boring. I wanted it to have an entertainment factor to it as well. So, like, I wanted the piece to speak about things that I found funny and things that I found super sad or things that deeply hurt me, and then things that like actually pushed me and motivated me.
I loved it. Number 1, I love the superhero,
Yeah,
that you felt.
I really thought I was a mutant as a kid. I was so heavy into comic books, it was crazy.
I love that, and I love that that actually seems like and we still don't know each other very well, so that this is something good that I can think of in the future of talking to you and just
Hmm.
conversations. What do you think when you were writing this letter, what part of you felt most important to protect while you were writing it? Do you think
Uh,
it would be like the dreamer, the sensitive kid,
I
or
don't
the
think
mutant?
I was my main goal was to be authentic, right? It wasn't really so much hiding or protecting like a part of me that was secret or, I didn't want to expose too much. I wanted it to be authentically me. Like I wanted to
Yeah.
share something that like if I listen to it years from now or if you like put this up on your podcast, like people could actually relate to it. And that's what I really wanted to do. Like I just
Yep.
wanted to give something that was super real, super me, and something that I can listen to from years from now and still be like, "Yep, I know that kid."
I love it. I love it because that's exact I felt just that it was very raw,
Mhm.
authentic. You didn't have to go, like, so deep into a dark place,
Right.
but you did cover everything that was needed, and I felt that that's a great way to write to your inner child. So was there anything hard to admit while you were writing this letter?
I think, like, talking about complexion, talking about skin tone and stuff like that is always kinda tough. I think it was probably the hardest thing to deal with when I was a kid. People always, you hear all the jokes and all the, ovens and overbaked and Oh,
Mm.
man. So, like, that was super hard to deal with as a young man, and you know me.
Right.
Shout out to Wesley Snipes, bro, because we didn't really get super popular. Brother
Wesley
Snipes,
Snipes, if you hear
you
this,
know what I mean? Brother Snipes
you
made
still
us
have
cool.
many fans.
To this day, man, I can't wait for the next Blade. Mahershala, you know me. We gonna get to you, Mahershala, but we're gonna let Wesley do it one more time.
I love it. I
um,
love it.
no, but like that was a real struggle. I just remember, not being like the cool guy in school. Like I wasn't super popular with the ladies, and then it was just
Mhm.
like, why? You know what I mean?
Right.
I was so much more wittier than those dudes. They was
Right.
running around. Yeah, so what? They got the light eyes. Who cares? Never stop.
Not the light eyes.
Man.
It's interesting that you say that because knowing that we are legitimately related,
Mhm,
we have very high yellow, as some people
mhm,
would say, complexion, fair skin,
mhm.
to very brown skin, chocolate. You said oven baked. Oh, goodness. But to me, it's the truth because
Right.
it is how it is throughout our entire just looking at you and I, no one would ever even think that we're related. And granted, third cousins. I mean, some people are
Yeah.
like, you guys won't look related, but that's not necessarily true. I've seen
Right.
people who truly look related throughout. The beautiful thing is, though, to see that you did not allow your complexion to define who you were. And if you did have a problem with it, what you've gotten out of it or how it's helped to build you up. Like you said, you were better than those guys with the light
Man, that was
green
so much
eyes,
wittier.
hazel eyes, so much wittier. I love that, and I can tell your wittiness too, and I'm still learning that about you as well, which now for me, I'm like, "Okay, write that down. That's a mental note. I got a joke about that on the side." I'm flustered because just the whole dynamic of our getting to know each other and you
Mhm.
deciding to do this on my platform. I can't thank you enough. And so I just want to take that moment to say thank you for coming on. Hey, you, it's me. This is a platform for all people. It does not matter what nationality, what you've gone through, your age. Well, you do have to be over 18. So sorry, young bucks. But, your age, we want each and every one to come on, share your story. I'm gonna ask one last question.
Sure.
How do you feel now that your letter is written, read, over, and done? How do you feel with this process? Was it a
Yeah.
good challenge?
I mean, yeah, I really enjoyed the challenge. Like I said, it was kind of one of those things where, I started off writing it just like answering questions. And I built each paragraph and then I kind of put it in the order that I wanted to address each thing. And then I fleshed it out. But going through this, like, really helped me, like, just kinda laugh at some of the moments that I thought were, like, super critical back then, like, oh, man, I can't even tell you, like, how I just thought, like, certain things that did not happen for me, like, weighed on me, and I carried that weight for years, like, "Oh, I
Wow.
should be doing this by now, or I should have this by now," or, you know what I mean, "This
Mhm.
is what I thought my empire was gonna look like," and, like, "How did I miss the mark?" But, like, just kinda addressing it, even just briefly, like, saying, "Hey, you're not gonna get all these things by this time," you know what I mean? And that's not saying that I won't get them ever, but, like, I haven't gotten them yet, you know what I mean?
Right,
I'm still building the empire.
right.
But, I just doing that and actually being able to tell myself, like, "It's okay," helps me now, like, this version of this, the today, the present me is like, "Oh, okay, yeah, so if you're telling him it's okay, then it's okay for me to tell you
Oh.
it's okay," and it's like, "You're right. You're doing a good job, my guy."
He definitely is, and I know I said that was the last question, but I do wanna ask you,
Mhm.
what would you say to anyone who is contemplating writing to their inner child? And would you suggest that they come on the show and share it? They can always do it anonymously or they can do it live, but what would you say to that person that's kinda struggling with the thought of possibly writing to themselves, their inner child?
Don't be afraid to tell them it's okay to write this. You know what I mean? Like, you know, in some ways, maybe you should just ask yourself permission to write it. Give yourself permission to write it. And then once you feel like you have that permission, I think it's a lot easier to write it from there because that's part of the process, right? Like, you want to
Mhm.
make sure that that person that you're speaking to feels comfortable that you're going to share their secrets or share their history. And, it's you, but you might not feel comfortable with that. Like, the inner you might not feel comfortable with that. So get permission and then write it.
Get permission from yourself and then write to yourself.
Mhm.
I like that. I love that a lot. I need to write that down because again, my letter is not finished. And so all of these things I am actually taking personally from my letter that will
Yeah.
be shown and read the last episode. So Drew, thank you so much again for coming on. We appreciate you. And everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, you have just watched Drew Washington read to his inner child. And this is Hey You, It's Me. Take care.